So today we'll work on people in space project using promises. A promise in JavaScript is a way to handle work that takes time, like fetching data from a server. It tells JavaScript, I will give you the result later. Imagine a restaurant. You place an order. The waiter gives you a token. That token is the promise. The kitchen starts cooking. During this time, you don't block the waiter. They serve other customers. This is like JavaScript continuing with other codes. If the food is prepared successfully, the waiter brings your food. This is called resolve. If something goes wrong, like ingredients are missing, the waiter apologizes. This is called reject. A promise has three states. Pending means cooking is in progress. Fulfilled means the food is served. Rejected means the order is failed. Using promises helps JavaScript manage delayed results clearly and cleanly. Now, let's get started. Since we are working on promises, open the folder Use Promise. Open index.html. To check the preview, right-click, click Open with Live Server. Then open app.js. In the previous video, we finished the project using a callback function. And now we will convert it into promises. So first, I will set getJSON to return a promise using the promise constructor. Then add a callback function with the parameter resolve and reject. Then cut this code inside the promise. Next, when the API data loads and if the status is 200, instead of using callback, use resolve, pass data, which will change the status of the promise from pending to fulfilled, else reject the promise by calling reject, then use the error constructor, and to see the rejection reason, add xsr.statusText. Now delete the callback parameter from getJSON since we are no longer working on the callback function. Then at the moment, if there are any network connectivity issue, a status code is not provided. So let's also use onError event handler to reject a promise when there is connectivity issue. So add xsr.onError and the function reject. Again, use error constructor and a message, a network error occurred. Alright, getJSON is now all set up to return a promise object. Now, in the event listener, we still use getJSON, but we no longer need to provide getProfiles as a callback. Instead, we can pass then on the getJSON promise and pass it a reference to the getProfiles. Next, I will chain another then method to do something with those results. For now, I will pass data and log them in the console. Let's also add the catch method to handle rejected promises. Finally, we need to make few changes on the getProfiles function. First, remove the callback function generate_html. Then add return, since we are now returning a promise object. Let's also capture the result of map operation in a variable named profiles. Then return profiles. Check the preview, open the console, click the button, and now we can see 12 fulfilled promise in the console. If I break something in the URL, we get a rejected promise in the console. Now let's add promise.all. This is going to wait on all of the individual promise object, then join them into one and return a value when promises are fulfilled. So here add promise.all profiles. Check the preview, and now we can see the data is returned. So back in the second then method, we can reference the function generate_html. Now, since generate_html receives an array of objects as data, we need to make a change to the function. The function now needs to iterate over the array of objects and create HTML for each object in the array. So add data.map, add person as a parameter, then move this code inside the map method. Now we need to change data into person. Check the preview, and it works. Now let's use the third method finally, and it gets called once the promise is fully settled. So what we'll do now is, when the button is clicked, we'll show a loading message to the button, and then remove the button from the page once all data is returned. To do that, add event.target.textContent equals loading, add finally method, then add a callback function. I want to remove the button, so cut this code and paste them inside the finally. Also, in the catch method, I want to add my error message. So add people.innerHTML equals, in the s3 tag, let's add something went wrong. Take the preview. It works. Great. This is the end of this session. In the next session, we'll use the Fetch API. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel to get more videos in the future. Thank you for watching and see you soon.